The 2026 NBA playoffs has been the craziest in recent memory, and we still have 2 rounds to go. From multiple blown 3-1 leads, the most bizarre act of sportsmanship in NBA history, and Victor Wembanyama making the MVP award look even more like a joke, this playoffs has had everything. Buckle up, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the blown 3-1 leads for a second, both by Orlando and Boston. Think about this. In all of NBA history, only 5% of all NBA teams have ever blown a 3-1 lead. And for 2 to happen, not only in the same playoffs, but in the same first round, is insane. And if you account for the injuries and the sudden emergence of Ayo Dosunmu, you could say this first round of the playoffs started out already extremely strange. But this next incident pushed it over the edge.
Something that you would often see at the 8:01 mark of the fourth quarter of a closeout game. But Anthony Edwards, knowing that Chris Finch is going to empty the bench.
With the Minnesota Timberwolves down around 25 points in the deciding Game 6 with 8 minutes to go, Anthony Edwards engaged in what can only be called the most bizarre, baffling act of sportsmanship that may linger with him for the rest of his career. It's one thing to wait for the game to end to then go and congratulate the other team. That's the right thing to do. That's the sporting thing to do. But what happens when you're way too good of a sport? You can even see from the looks on the Spurs faces, they're like, what the hell is this guy doing here? You can see even when they're like dapping him up and they realize what's happened, they're all looking super confused.
As great as Ant is as a basketball player, there's still some growth for him as well. Because as a leader, I would not have walked down there and shook their hand. The game is not over. I got 8 minutes left. I still got smoke coming out of my ears because I'm so damn mad we losing.
And I see the point. It's like, how are you as a competitor, as the top guy on your team, one of the top guys in the league, how are you not super pissed off? Like, you just got your ass whooped. The series was close up until this last game. You got blown off the floor. Then it's almost like you had no faith in your team to even try to come back. Okay, no one thought Minnesota was gonna come back. But still, if you're Minnesota's lead player, don't you have faith in your own team? It's such a bad look. And then it shows a super lack of seriousness. And it's like, oh, well, I don't really even care that much. I'm just here. It's an awful look for Anthony Edwards, and it was a terrible look for the NBA. But the NBA need not fear, because Wemby is here. The alien in the room, the reason you clicked on this thumbnail and video. I think it's safe to say the alien invasion, it's not happening, it's fully happened. And we are all part of the converted. The NBA playoffs is finally right again. We finally have the 2 best teams facing off in a super high pressure, meaningful situation. And as they say, when the times are roughest, the cream rises to the top. Pressure creates diamonds. And Victor Wembanyama, going into this series with OKC, the narratives were abound. Defensive Player of the Year and 3rd in MVP versus the MVP versus the best team in the league, the 2 giants coming from the same coaching tree. This is what playoff basketball dreams are made of. And Victor Wembanyama turned out to be OKC's nightmare. In one of the most viral photos, I say, in many years, you see Victor Wembanyama's teammates pointing at him in one of the craziest sporting moments you will ever see in your life. These are grown men who were all the best athletes in their class in the world, pointing at a guy who is one of one, who is doing things that nobody expected. He stole their soul. Meanwhile, not to get outdone by their Western Conference counterparts, the Knicks and Cavs have a bunch of storylines too. The Knicks came back from 22 points down in the fourth quarter. What? It honestly looked like another Knicks choke. Mitchell was going off. The Cavs looked like a well-oiled machine. And then it all just went to pot. and the Knicks came storming back.
Merrill's on him. Brunson gets inside. Kicks it out in the corner to Bridges. Shot clock at 4. Bridges looking. Shot clock at 1. Bridges puts up a 3. Puts it in!
And now they have a 3-0 lead and are about to make the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999, or 27 years. Oh my goodness. And they haven't lost a game in 10 games. The Knicks are peaking at the exact right time. And on the other side of it, it brings up the same old questions about both Donovan Mitchell, but especially James Harden. How many chances is this guy gonna get? And how many times is the stupid media gonna put their foot in their mouth by saying he's on par or better than Dwayne Wade? That argument better be done forever. But at the end of the day, we should all be super thankful for this playoffs, because no matter what happens, no matter who wins, we are at the dawn of a new era in the NBA. And it's amazing.